We're live. All right, guys. What is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for another live review of this week's episode of SmackDown Live, the March 27th, 2018 edition of SmackDown Live that took place, of course, right here. And to quote Mick Foley, hold on, I dropped some on the floor. To quote Mick Foley back on the the Fallout show from Roadblock End of the Line in 2016, that big botch he made, and afterwards, quote Mick Foley, tonight's episode of SmackDown Live took place right here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which was not Pittsburgh at the time, it was in Columbus. But tonight's show did take place in my hometown, Pittsburgh, PA, at the PPG Paints Arena, formerly known as Console Energy Center. Guys, I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it 1,000 times. I hate that name. It should still be Console. Well, Console Energy didn't want to support anymore, so they changed to PPG Paints. I don't like that name. I would rather have it be just PPG Arena or something like that. Just something more reasonable than PPG Paints. I still don't like that name. But yes, tonight's show took place at PPG Paints Arena right in downtown Pittsburgh. And as you guys know, I chose not to go. I was almost sold on going last week based off of what happened with Daniel Bryan announcing he's cleared and coming back. But I felt this show was going to be one of those, one of those shows that just it felt like it's going to feel like filler. It's going to feel like it was really that necessary to really happen in the first place. Because, like you're saying, most of the matches on SmackDown Live for WrestleMania have great potential to be good matches. But most of these builds feel like, you need them just for, 1 week to be told, hey, this match is happening in SLC at WrestleMania and not have to worry about these other episodes of SmackDown. That's what they feel like. So going into the show, I'm thinking, okay, will SmackDown Live tonight make me feel like I should have gone, or should have or did I make the right choice and not go? I'm not sure. We'll get into that at the end, and as I'll mention whether I felt that I should have gone or not. But this show overall, though, kind of inconsistent, honestly. I mean, the first hour was complete garbage. I felt the first hour was just drag. It was pointless. The second hour had a few interesting moments, a few, but then it was all right, an okay show to really sit through. I'll say right now, I'll be honest right now, I feel like I made the right choice to not go in tonight's episode. I feel like it wasn't worth, paying the money to see it live. I know, like, some of my friends here on YouTube and, like, on Twitter or whatnot were suggesting me to still give it a try and go. You might have fun, which I appreciate the you guys are trying to push me to give it a try. I do appreciate that. But I just felt not really one, but I really didn't feel like this show was going to really, blow me out of the water. And I didn't really do that. So I feel like I did make the right choice. But if you were in live attendance tonight, if you enjoyed this show, awesome, great. But if you didn't, I'm sorry. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get right into this review as we review SmackDown took place. Hey, Lauren, how are you? So let's get right into it. We opened up with the only thing from last week's show that was advertised this week. This tag match. It was supposed to be Randy Orton and Bobby Roode taking on the team of Jinder Mahal and Samil Singh. But before the match even gets started, Samil Singh came out. He had a neck brace on, and he also had his arm in a sling, which was, over-exaggeration. Samil didn't want to wrestle the match. So Jinder Mahal just wanted to give himself another tag team partner. So he said, I'm going to replace this lion with this tiger with this lion. Another little corny little promo that Jinder cut. But of course, he says he blames them for beating up Sunil. And then he says, he's my new tag team partner. And they bring out Rusev. This tag team, this random tag team that was together last year for a couple months during that whole Enzo and Cass feud with Rusev and Jinder Mahal, which that was quite memorable. Remember that, guys? No. But so that's what happened there. And then so now we're putting Rusev again, who is getting so over, and instead of they're going out of their way to make sure Rusev is still hated. So they're putting him with probably the most hated guy on SmackDown Live. Awesome. And we'll talk too much about this match because this match went on for about 25 minutes. A 25-minute tag match where most of the offense in this match was from Jinder Mahal. Why is WWE making this feud, which, could have been just about, Bobby Roode and Randy Orton, something fresh, something different, could have elevated either one of them as a heel, as I keep saying, but nope. They make this whole thing about Jinder Mahal. He got most of the offense in, which is why I found this match boring. There was a few, tensions teasing between, Bobby Roode and Randy Orton, keeping, the face on face, typical, I respect each other, but, they tease this little tension, trying to one-up each other, whatnot. We did get Randy Orton hitting Bobby Roode with an RKO, though, after, some miscommunications and whatnot. But then Rusev hit him with a Machka kick, and to surprise, I'm like, okay, this is at least a plus in this match. Rusev got the win, pinning Randy Orton. So I'm like, does this mean Rusev gets a title opportunity? Also, because I said in my video last week, the inconsistency in title opportunities, as we have in WWE, my biggest pet peeve. Ugh. So after the match, we see Jinder Mahal backstage is raving about their victory, even though Rusev got the pin for them. And, Sunil Singh is just taking off, the neck brace and the arm injury. It was fake. He just didn't want to wrestle. So Jinder was walking around backstage, and he came to Rusev and thanked him for being his partner and invited him for his victory celebration after WrestleMania. And in fact, he'll get him front row seats for Rusev. Rusev, I have a better idea, though. Since I pinned the U.S. champion, he's going to find Daniel Bryan and turn a triple threat for the U.S. title into a fatal four-way. And Aiden English thinks that it'll be Rusev Mania, or however the heck it went. And they head off, and then Jinder is furious about that. And then it was made official that it will be a fatal four-way. So, okay, a little bit more interest. So now I'm saying, I wouldn't mind. I don't want Jinder to win this match. I wouldn't mind seeing Bobby Roode win it, but I think it's either going to be Randy Orton or Rusev win the U.S. title, and whoever wins it goes to Raw, which actually, either both Rusev and Orton can go to Raw and have the U.S. title. But, it'd be nice to give it to Rusev to give him some more momentum again. I feel like he could need more than Orton, but I wouldn't mind having it. But at this point, it's just once again, how many more U.S. title runs is Rusev going to have before it's like, okay, it's the same old thing. He deserves to be the world champion, as he should have been, but instead it gave him to freaking Jinder. But yeah, boring tag match to start off the show. I'm sorry. It was, because most of the offense was given to Jinder in this match. Mix it up a little bit, but nope. As always, Jinder has to steal the freaking spotlight. Let's see what the live chat has. Let's see here. She said, "You're always giving SmackDown Live a C-." Yeah, I know. I'm pretty good though. No Sneal in action. Place with Russo. Do you think Russo will be added to your title match? He was. Nick, what the heck are you doing, man? It's a pull stick. Oh man. Hello, Nick. How are you, my good old cousin? Donna Lilly, what's up? She says they announced on Mixed Match Challenge Russo was added. Yes, they did announce that during the show also. Lauren saw the highlights of SmackDown Live, not the whole show. She was busy tonight. Yeah, definitely. Wasn't worth seeing the whole thing. I'm sorry, just the show really stunk. I still call Bobby Roode heel turn. It still could happen. I think. Even after WrestleMania, but I'm still feeling they're going to keep this just face and face with Orton and Roode, which should be one of them being face and one being heel. But I've done ranting about this match. Daniel will be facing Sammy and Kevin in a handicap match. I'm assuming. She hears Shane and Charlotte are injured for real. I heard that, but I heard Charlotte. I was worried about that too, but I heard that Charlotte just got some type of dental work done on her, but she is going to be back next week. I heard Becky replaced her in the Mixed Match Challenge tonight, and Roode and Becky defeated the Boss Club. So yeah, Charlotte's gonna be back next week. But yeah, I heard about Shane being injured for that hernia, but it makes sense that he's still gonna be all right for WrestleMania. So I don't know if it's true or not, but I don't know, or trying to keep Brian's partner a mystery. So we'll see what happens. Donna says they said Daniel and Shane will go. will go against Sammy and Kevin. Yes, yeah, can't wait to see Daniel and Shane team up. Shane's injured with the diverticulitis. Yes. So yeah, I definitely hope Shane's okay, but that makes it he still could be a bit ready for Mania, but we'll see what happens. Definitely. If not, like I keep going in the live chat. Who do you guys think? If Shane for some reason was not able to go, who would you guys like to see Daniel Bryan team up with? WWE is going to make Jinder win the U.S. title. Sadly, please no, don't do that. I hope Reigns retains and has a great feud with Rude or Rusev at their Mania for the U.S. title. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad. I thought that the feud they had last year wasn't well. The SummerSlam match I wasn't really a big fan of. But I think a good match at Hell in a Cell. But they both go to Raw and have a good feud for the U.S. title. I think they might swap, the mid card titles again. Why didn't you attend SmackDown Live tonight? Sorry, I just didn't really think the show was going to really be worth my money tonight. But I mean, I appreciate you trying to get me to go, but just couldn't really pull the trigger on it. I do kind of feel that it wasn't really that great tonight. She gave it a B-. That's completely fine. She thought Raw was better though. Gave it an A. Finn and Sasha should have won the mixed match challenge. To be honest, yeah, I was kind of hoping that they could have won it too because there was this thing on Facebook showing like putting the 12 teams under birthday months under each month, saying whichever one's on your birthday month, you need to cheer for them. And the boss though was under my month, September. They didn't win though, but I think it's probably gonna be Miz and Asuka win the mixed match challenge. The women's battle royal will be better than the men's. I could definitely see that possibly happening. I agree with that. I hope Rusev wins. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Rusev get a U.S. title, but again, how many more U.S. title runs he's going to get? He deserves to be a world champion. But if he wins again, I won't be against it. Lawrence says I like Randy better than Rusev. Oh, I know that for sure. Randy versus Rusev will be a good feud. Also, if you put them on Raw, they could maybe have a little bit better. They won't be under Road Dogg's ranks, so hopefully the feud could be better than it was last year. As I said, I thought that the match they had at Hell in a Cell was pretty good. What they had, so maybe we can see them feud for the U.S. title on Raw. I hope the Bludgeon Brothers win the tag titles. Definitely, they deserve it. She wants the Laura wants the Usos to retain. That's fine. The Bludgeon Brothers definitely do have the potential. Do you think WWE will put Sasha versus Bayley at Mania? I mean, they still could. We have one more weekend. Anything's possible. But I still heard that rumor about them having heat on them for apparently, speaking up to creative about just not writing the story well enough and taking too long for the turn to happen. Because I hear also, I mean, I keep hearing it sounded like they were going to go with the Bayley heel turn because that rumor of because when John Cena and Nikki Bella faced Elias, I can't remember who they faced at that Madison Square Garden event that just happened the other weekend. Rumors have it was supposed to be John Cena and Nikki Bella taking on a team of Elias and Bayley. So I think for what it sounded like they were going to go with Bayley turning heel. But I mean, also, after what Sasha Banks did in the mixed match challenge, and I can see him still turning Sasha. But again, I'm fine with either one. If they want to do it, cool. But hopefully, if it'd be a nice little surprise to have that match added also to the card, Sasha and Bayley. But definitely WrestleMania worthy. Randy and Rusev both need to be on Raw and need fresher feuds. To be honest, I agree with you. Yes, and like I said too, they can like I said, they can be not under Road Dogg's crappy writing. So hopefully it will at least be a little bit more of an interesting feud between the two of them as well. I mean, I give it a chance. I mean, if they're giving good writing, I'm sure they can definitely do it. As I said, the Hell in a Cell match they had, I thought last year, the match at Hell in a Cell was still a good show. Sasha turned heel last night. Well, I still don't know who was a turn, but her and Bayley got into a backstage brawl, but it looked mutual because they literally were taking shots at each other. But then Sasha threw the first punch, but no one came out like really being the heel or face. It looked like just two people just talking and then just going at it and whatnot. It was definitely an implosion of the friendship, but still not clear who turned face or who turned heel. Yes, I did hear that Road Dogg is going to be inducting Jeff Jarrett into the Hall of Fame. Perfect match, guys, for that to happen. Yes, hashtag fire Road Dogg, as Lauren said. Get that trending. Yes, Donna. There, Road Dogg is inducting Jeff Jarrett. Still waiting for returns of Jeff, Big Cass, and Samoa Joe. Wonder if they would put, well, probably not Jeff. I mean, I know it's Samoa Joe. Wonder if they would put Big Cass as Strowman's mystery tag partner. I didn't think of that one. Interesting thought there. What if they have Big Cass return as Strowman's tag partner? Could be interesting. I was thinking either, Samoa Joe, Elias, a repackaged Bray Wyatt, maybe Cassius Ohno, and Big Cass. But you missed it last night, Lauren. But T and Coupon also suggested, what about Bobby Lashley? Because there were rumors about him coming back to WWE. Bobby Lashley is Braun Strowman's tag team partner. Very interesting. Scratching the beard, just like my one buddy used to do it. I got shaved tonight. Sasha is better. Is a better heel than a face, but I love her as both. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, the thing is, the reason why I'm totally fine with either one turning, but I feel like Sasha is at the point where Dean Ambrose is with her face run, that she needs to turn heel to be fresh. But again, WWE wants to pull up with Bayley. I'm cool with it, but that's why I think I'd rather first in this position Sasha be the one to turn. Get Road Dogg on NXT or main event or Superstars instead of SmackDown Live. Well, Superstars doesn't exist anymore, but yeah, definitely put him on main event or promo coach, something else besides head writer, because he sucks. He hasn't blocked me yet on Twitter though, thank goodness. Well, I don't really care. I unfollowed him on Twitter, at least, because he blocked my friend. Who do you think Braun is going to be his partner? I managed to view before. Samoa Joe, Cass or Lash, that'd be good. Dean Ambrose being Daniel Bryan's partner. That'd be interesting. I mean, I'm not sure if he's medically cleared at all to compete anytime soon. I keep hearing August, but I wouldn't mind seeing that happen at all. I mean, he has some history with Kevin Owens, nothing with Sami Zayn. Ambrose and Zayn wouldn't be too bad of a match, I feel. I still would like to see Dean, though, return as a heel, though, and feud again with Rollins, have their roles reverse feud, though, that blood feud. We're probably going to get at WrestleMania. But that would be interesting. I like that idea. Let me see here. Lashley's coming back. I heard the rumor of, teaming with Braun too, or Lashley could be Daniel's partner. Either one is completely fine with me. Robbie, what up, Mike? Ready to do some lucha things, imitating Kalisto. Almost botched there. What's up, Robbie? Thank you for joining me in the live chat. But yes, keep this stuff coming to live chat, guys. This was much more worth talking to compared to that. Especially, the second hour of SmackDown Live was definitely a bit better, but the first hour was just boring. That tag match, we've only talked about that so far. It was boring. And then we had, but on the bright side, at least Rusev's going to be getting a match at WrestleMania this year. We had AJ Styles hanging out in the locker room when Shinsuke came up to him and asked him if he's okay. He says he's worried about him. Last week, he tried to help, but he didn't need it. AJ says he's never had confidence issues, and Shinsuke says he wants both of them at their best at WrestleMania, which I think that's fair deal. So he wants him in his corner tonight against Shelton Benjamin. Styles says that means Chad Gable won't be far behind, so he'll be there, but not for Nakamura, rather because he doesn't want anything to get in the way of their dream match. So again, this continues to be filled with, it's like a build between, a build like it was between HBK and Cena at WrestleMania 23, which match wasn't too bad. I mean, I guess I'd say it's not bad, but I wish there was just something else a little bit more interesting in the build. I'm so excited for the match. But again, there could be some good help, at least help Shinsuke on his part, because as several of us in the live chat and myself have agreed that although Shinsuke is getting this opportunity we wanted, he still wasn't being built up like being a legitimate being taken seriously in this position. We got Becky Lynch and Ruby Riott with 2 T's in a match that was kind of pointless. It was kind of long, it dragged, it was boring. I mean, like these two, but didn't really put in that great of a match. I know it's probably just to promote the Women's Battle Royal, but how many more times are we going to see these three? Well, any of the Riot Squad take on Becky? I just think they need to just get rid of the Riot Squad, have them implode somehow. I thought they were going to do something as they teased it with like Ruby running into Liv, who fell into Sarah. So I kind of hope that they just split them up, because the Riot Squad at this point is just pointless, especially because they had like no direction, and then they all of a sudden make up a storyline a week before Fastlane of why they're actually here finally. Because Rose probably thought that when he first woke up and rolled out of bed, probably hit his head off his bed post or whatnot. But yeah, that happened there. So I kind of hope that happens. But just another pointless attack. And then just afterwards, they had the Riot Squad attacking Becky, but then they hit this whole thing where Becky dumped him over the rope just to show us what a battle royale does. All right, whatever. But yeah, sorry, thought the match was kind of boring and whatnot. Let's see here. Let's see here. It's okay if you fall asleep. Any good build for AJ Nakamura? It was weird. How was a tag match 25 minutes? It started at like 5 after 8, didn't end till like 8:30 or something like that. It literally went on that long, that tag match. And again, the reason why I didn't like it, because Jinder had most of the offense in it. No build for AJ or Shinsuke at all. Not much really. What do you think of the Cena promo last night? Oh, I definitely thought Cena was it was a great promo, but Cena's definitely taking a lot of risks there, taking the shots at Taker like that. Well, storyline wise, he's asking for it from Taker, but man, I do like how that storyline of how Cena's literally getting underneath, really trying to get underneath the skin of Taker and like get Taker to speak out for once. And I do find it interesting that they're definitely leaving it for next week to figure out if Taker's going to show up or not. Heck, what if they even make us wait till Mania just to see if Taker will show up or not? Even though Cena's mocking the dead man, I still kind of do want to see Taker show up as the American Badass, though. I prefer that, because this last year, like, he retired the dead man gimmick. Because this doesn't sound like it's more so about, it sounds like it's more personal of the man Taker himself, and not just him being the dead man that Cena's calling out, saying that you act like he still can't wrestle. So I still want to see him back as the American Badass, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I definitely thought Cena cut a really good promo and really took the shots at Taker last night. I think Lana should have been chosen for the mixed match challenge. Okay, that's fine with me. Riot Squad is done. Oh, yes. They shouldn't even existed. I have a one-way ticket for the Riot Squad to go to the Hardy compound so Ruby can dump Liv and Sarah in the Lake of Reincarnation. They will be deleted. Do you think Ronda will turn heel and eventually join Absolution? It could be interesting. I'm not sure if it will happen, but they won't be too much of an idea. Heck, if Paige really is not going to be cleared to compete, why not have Ronda just be the head member of Absolution or whatever? I still thought it was, last night when Paige got in the ring, got face to face with Ronda and cut that promo on her, I was so hoping Paige would throw a punch. And I even pitched the idea last night of having Paige and Ronda, title or no title, at SummerSlam this year if Paige is cleared to compete. I would love to see that. But that is an interesting idea, Lauren. I like that idea. Do you think Jeff will return as Brother Nero? I like to see it happen. Jinder doesn't need to be pushed every fucking week. He doesn't even deserve to be on the WWE main roster. Exactly. That's why I said the WWE literally tried to turn shit into gold, if you know what I mean, in my rant about Jinder Mahal last week. Boy, yes, but I understand the frustration, Laura. Again, it's frustrating for you also with Orton being involved in this whole feud altogether. And again, if Jinder wasn't involved in this U.S. title feud, I wouldn't be crapping on it so much. But the fact that they're just making this all about Jinder and everybody else, it does not matter at all. Like, if Orton looks bored out there with this feud, I don't blame him at all, because he doesn't deserve to be put into a feud. He deserves to at least be having a good match with Bobby Roode. Again, him and Rusev, yes, I was not a fan of the 10-second loss to Rusev at SummerSlam. I did not like that at all. But I'll give it to them that they had a great match, at least had a good match at Hell in a Cell. But Jinder Mahal cannot carry a feud. Please. End this push, for crying out loud. Put him back on Raw and have him be on main event every week. Have him face Kurt Hawkins. Heck, let Kurt Hawkins beat Jinder Mahal at this point. And I can care more about Kurt Hawkins than Jinder Mahal. But I'm done. I'm done ranting about gender. I really hope Taker accepts we only have 12 days left. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely is, but I do like how, it's building up that doubt whether Taker will show up or not. But I do think that this should be it for Taker, though. As I keep saying, this should be it. I mean, I'll give him one more match if he thinks he can do it because the story's there. But if he's healthy enough, awesome. But I just want to make sure the guy's healthy enough before he does so. Lana deserves better in WWE. Why make her a manager again? Come on, Road Dogg. Yeah, definitely. I mean, at least make her a manager. Or, my thing was if you want to make her a wrestler, turn her face. Because I feel like, how she came in and she feuded with Naomi for the SmackDown Women's title, and she didn't look that ready at all for the for being, the main event scene for the women's division. So, why have her keep, saying she's going to be ravishing, but she keeps losing, and turn her face and build her up as like an underdog or something like that? Because the crowd obviously wants to get behind her and Rusev. Heck, put them back together. Why didn't you even split them up in the first place again? You put them back together after their whole thing, the whole spew they got. I know why. They're probably still holding a grudge because they leaked those photos on the internet of them getting engaged. WWE, learn to just get over it and move on. Because you're wasting talents like Lana and Rusev who are over with the crowd. Turn her face. Paige should honestly be pissed at WWE for what they're doing to her. I definitely agree. Vince loves big sweaty men except for Braun. He deserves better. Yes, I definitely agree. But yeah, Vince loves big sweaty men. It definitely is pretty darn obvious. Doesn't give the small people a chance. Orton does look bored. Either his character and his feud seems to hate the storylines. I don't blame him. Exactly. And honestly, that's probably the reason why, he's, again, it wasn't his fault, but the reason why he had such a bland year last year, because he was putting in all these terrible storylines. When Randy Orton is given something it's him. He is just killing it, driving it in, and right on with it. Like, prime example would be, the highlight reel of Chris Jericho at Battleground when he returned. Why? Also, because they had a good writer in charge of that segment. Chris Jericho's personal writer, Jimmy Jacobs. He talked about on that Inside the Ropes interview he had. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's a two-parter on YouTube. But yeah, I don't blame Orton at all for being bored at all. Put with instead of either. Sorry, typo. No worries. Cena does deserve to be Taker's last opponent. Sure. That's cool with me. Lana was faced for 4 months on Raw in 2015 and turned back heel. They don't know what to do with her. It's sad. Yeah, it is sad. Again, she was that. I was still kind of interested to see what was going to happen, because it was getting weird. They're doing that thing with Dolph seeing Summer Rae in the naked or something like that. I was really confused by that at first. It felt the moment Lana suffered that wrist injury before she got injured. And then that's afterwards when the photos were revealed. That's where I kind of went sour on that Ziggler and Rusev feud. Because before that, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, that definitely, they should have kept there. WWE loves hold grudges. Yes. Do you think Bray will be repackaged as a face? I hope. Either way, Bray needs to turn face. Long overdue, as I keep saying. Road Dogg was hired after Mania in 2017, right? Yep, he replaced Ryan Ward, who did an excellent job for SmackDown Live. Orton said he prefers being a heel instead of a face. He plays a heel better. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, he's not a bad baby face. I mean, when he's given the right material, he can definitely go with it. But he's given these really bland feuds. He's constantly feuding with Jinder Mahal and this other bad writing that he's just constantly given. I don't blame him for being bored. He deserves much, much better. But I definitely agree he thrives a lot more as a heel. Thank you for your comments, Lauren. No, much appreciated. And for Don and Robbie, and for my cousin who had mentioned the pole stick thing. Long story, guys. Anyway, so now here is probably the only time I was getting a little bit. It's like, why did I not go to the show tonight? Because I didn't think Daniel Bryan was going to show up tonight, because I thought he would maybe taken a week off, not been there just to sell the injury of the attack of what happened last week. But he did not. So this is the only part of the show that I actually really enjoy. Everything else was it was what it was. There was just kind of boring to me. But anyway, Daniel Bryan comes out, makes his entrance. But I noticed he wasn't doing any yes chants. So I'm like, this is kind of strange. So he talks about how last week was one of the biggest weeks of his career. He got cleared and told he can do what he loves to do. He stops though the chant and says he has a job to do as general manager, and they've said 1,000 times that SmackDown Live is a live opportunity. So he wants to give Sami and Kevin one more opportunity, but just one. He proposed a match between Bryan and Shane and Sami and Kevin at WrestleMania. Due to complications from the attack, though, Shane has been hospitalized, but Bryan has good reasons to think he'll be ready. So he added stipulations where if Sami and Kevin win, they will get their jobs back. If not, they will remain fired. If he and Shane, he said opportunities. He has a lot of people to ask him why he's given those two so many opportunities. He gave them because he thinks that they're two of the greatest performers of his generation, because he's known them for 15 years, struggled together, and been poor together, because when he needed a place to stay, they gave him a bed. They pretty much, looked out for each other, when they went through the indie scenes and whatnot. And I read Daniel Bryan's book. He literally did it at times, live in this book. He lived at the performance centers wherever he went to train, which is how he finally got his name for himself on the independents in New Japan, for him as well. So he had to take some risks and kind of live poor for a while. I mean, he always lived simply, though, he said, so he was pretty used to it. He gave them opportunities because that's his job as a GM, to give their amazing talent opportunities. But he has a lot of jobs as GM, a lot of things he's supposed to do: sit in board meetings, fill out paperwork, wear blazers or cardigans or whatever he's wearing right now. But you know what? He's sick of all of that. Meetings, he's sick of paperwork, and he sure as hell is sick of blazers, and he just rips it off and just slams it down. And he says he fought for 3 years to be able to wrestle again. And Sami and KO tried to take that away from him after all he's done for them. He doesn't care how many times you're going to kick him in the face, how many times you powerbomb on an apron. He said Daniel Bryan is back, and Daniel Bryan will fight WrestleMania. Now, there's a lot of things he's trying to avoid saying. As an underdog, he thought he shouldn't say him, kids watching in the crowd. As a role model, he feels like he shouldn't say him as general manager, representing the brand. But this is not Daniel Bryan, the underdog, nor the general manager. This is the Daniel Bryan who fights for his dreams and won't accept no for an answer, will knock every wall put in front of him. And this is the Daniel Bryan who's going to kick Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens' ass at WrestleMania. But he never did a yes chance. So this is Daniel Bryan, this is serious business right here, boys. Now, I will be real, though. And it has been, and we've definitely talked about this in a lot of chat. I did start to think, with Daniel not doing the yes chance, I thought first, maybe this is Daniel Bryan, I thought maybe what if Daniel Bryan was going to actually, put his job on the line also if they don't win the match. Because I did hear a rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. I did hear a rumor that Hulk Hogan could be replacing Daniel Bryan as SmackDown Live general manager. Now, that's just a rumor. I heard a rumor. So I'm still wondering if there still could be a chance that Daniel Bryan turns on Shane McMahon at WrestleMania to give Kevin and Sami their jobs back. I'm not sure if that's the case, though. But then again, I want to see Daniel and Shane win. But I don't know if that means Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn will go to Raw right afterwards, or if there will be, because they mentioned when Shane McMahon tried to fire them months ago, he mentioned that he was firing them all from WWE and not just SmackDown. So I don't know if which I do feel Sami can stay on SmackDown. I feel Kevin Owens though is more meant for Raw at this point in his career. I feel like he would fit better on Raw, honestly. So I'm not sure which direction they would go with it, but I will say the doubt in my mind of thinking that Daniel Bryan could still turn on Shane, I think, is still possible. But I mean, this promo right here, with Daniel Bryan admitting, he did, he did what he did for the opportunities, and he kind of was repaying them for all they did for him all those years, them on the indies. So it does hurt. Not that they try to take him getting back in the ring away again, but they also tried pretty much spat in his face after all they had done for him and whatnot, and he had done for them. They were out for each other. He just threw it all right back in his face. So this is Daniel Bryan also hurt. But we'll see what happens. Again, I still think, there's a speculation of it. I still think, right now, with give it a while, I'd say, at least if you want to turn Daniel Bryan. But right now, with the thought of Daniel Bryan back, the crowd's going just wild about it. Give it a while. I feel like, it wouldn't feel as bad for him to turn heel, in my opinion. But if you think he should turn heel, that is completely fine with me also. So a great segment, probably the best night of the show, in my opinion. What we got. Let me see here. Let's see here. Lauren in the live chat. Oren said, "Oh, what I don't understand about WWE is a star will be a face, then get injured, then return and turn heel. Makes no sense seeing without a storyline. You know, I mean that is true. I mean, I do understand that feeling. We need AJ versus Randy in a title feud. Exactly. I do think, you know, like the match they had last year when Randy wanted his number one contendership back, I thought was good. They do definitely deserve to be in a world title feud. If they decide to keep the title on AJ and not put it on Shinsuke, and they could do it. Well, if AJ, well, I don't think AJ. Well, I mean, AJ probably stay on SmackDown. As I don't see them switching the world titles. I see them at least switching you know, just the mid-card titles again for the superstar shakeup. Orange says I'll be back. The only good segment in the show was Daniel Bryan's segment. Definitely, yes. Even though I love AJ, Becky, and Randy, the matches and promos weren't good at all tonight. Yeah, definitely. That was a problem. And she said she'll be back. Okay, that's fine with me. I'll do what you gotta do. But yeah, so then we had Gable and Benjamin on a Handycam promo with, again, those graphics. I've ranted about them how many times? I'm not gonna rant about them again. But Gable and Benjamin were on the Handycam promo, talking about how they're the best athletes on SmackDown, but they don't have a match at Mania. Benjamin says he knows the deal. If it's not happening for you, make it happen. And that's why he's turning it up against Shinsuke Nakamura tonight, which I'm like, okay, a match with Shinsuke Nakamura and Shelton Benjamin, not too bad. Could be a pretty fresh match. So I definitely, you know, wouldn't mind seeing it. I just still wish, you know, if they're going to build up Shinsuke Nakamura, they would put him up against, like, you know, guys like, you know, John Cena or Randy Orton or a few other, like, you know, bigger stars of higher caliber to get momentum going. Just like he wanted to face Finn Balor in NXT, which that was an amazing match for Finn Balor's final NXT match, to give Shinsuke Nakamura the confidence that he is championship material, but he knew that if he had to get there, he had to beat the best, which at the time he thought was Finn Balor. But then, yeah, this is when it was made official that the U.S. title match is now a Fatal 4-Way. So I have a little bit more interest in that U.S. title match, but they better not put it on Jinder. Serenity now. Serenity now. Calm down. Calm down. Not talk about Jinder. Anyways, we then had, it was supposed to be the New Day taking on the Bludgeon Brothers. Before the match, we had Big E saying a few weeks ago that they were sitting pretty on the road to WrestleMania. They discovered the road was littered with trash. Kofi suggests that one might even say the road was bludgeoned with trash. Large, smelly, disgusting, sweaty, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad pieces of trash. And to be clear, the trash he's talking about are, if you want to put that in there real quick, the Bludgeon Brothers. So yeah, you're referring to the Bludgeon Brothers, how they came to the ring and just destroyed the ring. Well, destroyed the New Day and Usos. I did like that segment that we got at Fastlane, but I still felt that could have been waited for an episode of SmackDown or something like that. I think like it needed to be really a pay-per-view segment. But Xavier Wood says your boys have decided to adopt this highway and remove the Bludgeon Brothers from their path, regardless of them trying to break his back on the steel stairs, because they made a mistake leaving them with the ability to walk. So tonight they're running through the Bludgeon Brothers to take the next step on the way to reclaiming their tag titles. The Bludgeon Brothers came out, and then we had this match. It was the Bludgeon Brothers and the New Day. Short match. Match was, you know, good for whatever it was, I'd say. But the Bludgeon Brothers won by disqualification because the Usos came out as Harper and Rowan went out to grab their hammers to bring into the match, but the Usos came out and started attacking them from behind. And then we had this big beatdown. And then the New Day assisted them, but then the New Day and the Bludgeon Brothers the New Day and the Usos started arguing with each other about like, pretty much like, you know, who they want to get the upper hand on. And then of course the Bludgeon Brothers came right back in with their hammers trying to smash them, but then they just ran out of them to get out of the way. And then the match made official, but it's only just a freaking triple threat match. This match needs to be, listen to me right now, this match, this triple threat match, the SmackDown tag title match, TLC. Tables, ladders, and chairs. They've used weapons in the beatdowns, well, the stairs. They use teams with the hammers. This match needs a stipulation to it because we're already getting a regular triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. We're getting how many tag team matches already? We have the mixed tag match. We have the match with Daniel Bryan and Shane taking on Owens and Zayn. So like we have all those tag matches. They have to have stipulations. If we're going to be like doing almost like the same thing for so many of these matches. I'm glad though at least we're not getting too many triple threat matches. Not 3. We're getting a fatal 4-way, which I'll get to that and give the fact that with Rusev. But I think, and a lot of people have suggested this on Twitter too. So this is not my idea. Straight up, I still think this match with the sort of SmackDown tag titles with the Bludgeon Brothers, the Usos, and the New Day, TLC. Needs to happen there. Robbie says, hey, Mike, check out tonight's 205 Live and you get a chance. Very good match between Tony Nese and Mark Andrews in a great fatal 4-way with Kalisto doing some lucha things. Sure, Robbie, I'll definitely check it out. And I definitely am interested in 205 Live now. It was actually also, I have one more idea also for a match at WrestleMania because we just talked about it, because not even 20 minutes later, they're already talking about the reviewing again what happened with Daniel Bryan and saying earlier tonight was like 20 minutes ago this really happened. They showed Bryan's promo again. But the tag match between Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. We're already getting this regular mixed tag match with that's gonna be just regular 2-on-2 tag match. Of course, mixed tag, of course, 2 women and gets 2 men. And then we have the match, the tag match with Bryan and Shane versus Owens and Zayn. Here's my suggestion for this match. I wonder what you guys would think of it. Please let me know in the live chat. Well, Robbie said WrestleMania 34, multi-person mania. I call Shane and Daniel versus Cammy for months. I hate that name, Cammy. I still think it is possible we could see Bryan turning on Shane, even though I'm not 100% for it. I still think it's possible. But listen to this idea, guys. What if you make the match between Bryan and Shane and Owens and Zayn a tornado tag match? I think it should happen. These guys have been going to, not Bryan and Owens and Zayn, but, especially with Shane there, and also you can add in, Shane doing his, coast to coast with the garbage can and all that crazy stunts and whatnot. But I think with these guys going to war, I would like to see that tag match be a tornado tag match. What do you guys think? If you like it, please give me a hell yeah in the comment section for our good old Stone Cold Steve Austin in the live chat. Give it a few minutes to soak in, but that's my idea. I think they should make that a tornado tag match, and the tag team match between the Bludgeon Brothers and the Usos and New Day, TLC, please. That it will definitely rock if they do that. So yeah, we're gonna get that, and then continuing on though, then we get a video package for just hyping up the match for Charlotte versus Asuka. I guess somebody tells me on Twitter last night, taking my friend's suggestion of showing some more video packages for these feuds and not making them always everything goes on in the ring. Then we had this match. We had Breezango at ringside, just grinding and taking selfies right by the trophy because it's going to be the 5th annual Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Tyler Breeze have a match against Dolph Ziggler. And guys, I continue to say it. I do not like continue to rant and say I do not like that that entrance for Dolph Ziggler because it's completely backwards. Yes, I get they started a whole gimmick where he was like they didn't want to have it be an entrance be so special, but they have this thing all backwards. Dolph's wherever it is goes black, and then Ziggler steps out there like, okay, and the music plays. Should be the opposite way around. Here, Ziggler's music plays, and then it blacks out, and Ziggler just walks out. So what happens when you don't have a good, entrance. You know what happens when your entrance is completely backwards and it does not make any sense at all whatsoever? Now, I like the song. I like Ziggler's music, but the entrance is not too good. So Dolph Ziggler's entrance, you just made the list. Again, I'm such a nerd, but the match happened. It's kind of pointless. I know it was supposed to have the Honor Giant more about Royal. Didn't really care too much about it. It just felt pointless. Was not entertaining at all. They had a better match at Survivor Series in 2015. Well, it was all right for what it was, but we all remember that show, Survivor Series 2015. That show really sucked, in my opinion. Yeah. So let me see your live chat. 13 matches at WrestleMania so far. I think that's the case. Yeah, 13 or 14. I think the only one that's not made official yet, Cena and Undertaker's not made official, I don't think. Yeah, let's double check here, actually. How many matches do we have for WrestleMania? Let's go to card WWE. Let's check this out. WrestleMania. Okay, here we go. So far, we've got 1, keep scrolling, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, you're right, Lauren. 13 official matches. The only one we haven't made official yet is Cena and Taker isn't made official yet. So I guess we'll have 14, I guess, for WrestleMania. Putting 3 or 4 on the pre-show, 10 on the main show, or 11 on the main show, whatever. But yeah, so that is right. We have 13 matches so far on the show for WrestleMania. Fashion Police is deleted. They were so entertaining and they went nowhere. Now nobody cares again about them. That's such a shame. Poor Tyler Breeze. I love Tyler Breeze. Robbie says, let's pretend we're in Pittsburgh for a second. Quoting Kevin Owens. Yeah, we are still in Pittsburgh, unfortunately. Well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. And also, Daniel Bryan said it's great to be here in Pittsburgh, and he always loves Pittsburgh, which I'm like, yes! No one fan lives in Pittsburgh. Just kidding. I'm not going to take the bribe for that. Robbie said the Fashion Police need to split up, and Tyler Breeze needs to return as Prince Pretty. # give Tyler a chance. Yes. Tyler Breeze it was so awesome in NXT, and they brought up the main roster, and he went like 0-49 for how long? Whatever the heck it was. No 8-hour WrestleMania this year. Please, yes. No 8-hour WrestleMania. The rumor of a 2-hour pre-show, 1-hour kickoff show, 5-hour main show. Why? Of course, again, as I keep saying, if they at least, make it worthwhile being 5 hours, like last year's WrestleMania wasn't too bad. But the year before, at last, that WrestleMania 32 should not have been as long as it was. Especially that main event just dragged on for so long. I just couldn't wait to go home because that was just terrible. But yeah, so we got past the Tyler Breeze moment and whatnot. And then advertising for us to, vote for the partner for the Mixed Match Challenge. I thought at first the reason why they did this is because they didn't want Charlotte and Asuka to face off against each other in the Mixed Match Challenge and ruin the match for me. I guess that's not the case. Apparently, Charlotte had some dental surgery or something like that. I don't know if she got her wisdom teeth out or whatnot, or like a root canal. But she's going to be back next week, they said, on Mixed Match Challenge, which I just watch it, but I don't really care that much anymore about the Mixed Match Challenge. Sorry, guys. But at least, a good causes are being benefited from it. So we had this main event. It was kind of short. Shelton Benjamin and Shinsuke Nakamura. After the commercial break, I thought the match picked up a little bit. It was decent. It wasn't anything special, but I thought, decently enjoyable short match. I thought it was some good counters in there and whatnot. Shinsuke got the win with the Kinshasa knee strike. After the match, though, Nakamura gets on the mic and he invited AJ into the ring. He thanked Styles for being in the corner, but he never needed his help. He just wanted AJ to see how he was going to be in WrestleMania with or I'll say it in Nakamura's voice, knee to the face. AJ just starts accusing him of the mind games. We're saying at WrestleMania he's not playing any games. It's not just a dream match for us; it's a dream match for him too. For us, we know that they'll tear the house down, put on a clinic because that's who they are. But AJ's dream is a little different outside of him. Shinsuke is the best, but when he beats him at WrestleMania, he'll prove that he is phenomenal. And SmackDown Live, say it with me, guys, is the house that AJ Styles built. Man, I like it when he says that. But then Nakamura responds by making a weird face. No, I'm not being gender, and probably doesn't mention him, but I'm not being. If I take a page out of Harry Potter, and I'll say, let's call steroid chest man, whatever you want to call gender, he who must not be named, because I'll spaz. I want to say his name again. But we kind of got flashbacks of those things of him making fun of his face because Shinsuke started making a goofy face and mocking AJ, and then he's going to be in WrestleMania because he's too emotional. So I'm like, what? That was a little weird, I thought. So Shinsuke leaves, but then all of a sudden Gable and Benjamin come in and attack AJ Styles, and Nakamura gets back in there and hits the Explorer Suplex on Chad, and chain strikes together on Sheldon, and AJ was left laying out though. But then Nakamura saw his opportunity, so he gets in the corner, set up for the Kinshasa. So I'm like, oh, is he actually going to pull it off here? But he runs towards AJ. AJ looks up. AJ's like, ugh! And then Nakamura stops, and once again he grabs his leg and goes, knee to the face, and he leaves. So a little bit of an awkward ending there. I mean, I'll give it that, I was at least a little intrigued whenever Nakamura was teasing the knee strike, but the promo was a little bit awkward, especially that facial motion, the facial expression. Like, that's just, it's not Nakamura from NXT, in my opinion. But it was a little bit awkward, I felt, in my honest opinion. Let's see here. We got in a live chat. Lauren's going to bed. She's tired. She'll do a live video of her predictions for Mania tomorrow. Be sure to check her out on social media. I got you on Instagram, Twitter. I don't think I follow you on Twitter. I don't think I follow you on Facebook yet either. Maybe I'll follow you on Facebook. Robbie says, Mike, if we only had video footage of the day you shouted at TV. When I shouted at Alicia Fox was on and you told her to shut up. Again, Robbie, I don't remember what happened, but I remember I was in a bad mood that day, probably something with work or something like that. And then I'm like watching Raw, and then the whole no way, and then I'm just like, don't wake me. And then finally they pulled the Jericho, and I just go, would you just shut the hell up? Didn't squeal like that. Apparently, I know that was kind of definitely weird. Lauren's going to sleep saying night bays. Can't wait. Catch you next week. Sweet dreams and great streams. Always thank you, Lauren's always great to have you in the live chat, as always. So yeah, with that being said, though, I think that's it for SmackDown Live. I'll leave the live chat open just for a few more minutes. If anybody else have any more questions for me as well. Oh yeah, the Noam imitations, Robbie. Yeah, oh my goodness, that was, of all the moments in that feud, that was the most annoying part. Noam. Oh man, I just grunt. I'm so glad that feud ended, and I literally watched the highlights of that I Quit match that ended the feud, and I'm like, Cedric, just crush him, and then he's just like crushing Dar's hand. He's like, quit. Pretty much just screaming at him, but Quit is crushing his hand. I'm like, that's right. You break his hand. God damn it. to imitate Vince for a second. Alicia Fox on FaceTime. Oh my goodness. But yeah, guys, that is it again for this live stream. I want to thank, let me see here. We had Robbie, we had Lauren, we had Donna, and we also had my cousin Nick at the beginning say pull stick. That is a very, very long story. I do not want to share it on here, but I will gladly tell any of you that story in private about the pull stick. With that, guys, so first, of course, what grade would you let's see here. Mike said, I'm sorry. I know you're not a fan of Alicia Fox in that feud. The less I bring it up, the better. No worries, Robbie. At least, here's the thing. At least we can laugh about it now that it's way over and it's not boiling under our skin anymore. Now, he who must not be named, Steroid Hard Body Mahal, if you know what I'm talking about. And yes, since Rusev got added to the U.S. title match, we can proudly sing, "It's Rusev Day." Woo, boy. Guys, it's been awesome. As always, thank you guys again for tuning into the live chat. Let's go to the polls on Twitter here really quick. So first, what grade would you give tonight's episode of SmackDown Live? 5 votes, 60% said A, 20% said B, 20% said C. Nobody said D. So, okay. And what show did you want more this week, Raw or SmackDown Live? Raw got 40%, SmackDown Live got 60% for 5 votes. I give this episode of SmackDown Live a C-. Was definitely a show that, you know, again, I just felt that but I just felt that, you know, the show definitely was not worth attending live, in my opinion. I mean, the stuff with Daniel Bryan's promo was great, but everything else was just meh. So I'm glad I stayed back and I did not go to the show. But as I keep saying, Extreme Rules come back here in July, so I look forward to going to that in July. On Sunday, July 15th, which is my sister's birthday, by the way. But I will be looking forward to going there as well. So, guys, for the rest of this week, and also my grade for SmackDown Live is a C-, and no doubt about it, I enjoyed Raw a heck of a lot better than SmackDown Live this week. Robbie said, Mike, if you buy a Rusev Day shirt, when you do your unboxing, you need to sing Rusev Day like 8 in English. Sure, I most definitely will do that. Hashtag Fire Road Dog. Hashtag please sign Robbie. Hashtag Mike saves money. You bet I save money. I'm a cheapskate. Just kidding. I am not a cheapskate, but I didn't want to give Road Dog the sad fact. I didn't want Road Dog's hands on my money. Don't put your paws on my money, Road Dog. You're inducting Jeff Jarrett to the Hall of Fame. I have no respect for you at all whatsoever. NXT tomorrow, semifinals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Yeah, so I will be live tomorrow for NXT. I don't know if I'll be able to catch it, though, right away live at 8 o'clock tomorrow, if I'll catch it later. But I will do my live review for NXT tomorrow. I will probably also try to record Road to WrestleMania tomorrow and get that upload either tomorrow night, overnight, or sometime Thursday. But as I said before, guys, unless there's any odds and ends, like, you know, my passes to Hull and Twofold Let's Play and any other odds and ends I do on this channel, just don't expect too much from me for the rest of this week, though, because I'm just going to be real busy with a lot of Easter festives and whatnot I do with my family. There's that. Next Tuesday, a couple things, you know, it's definitely a little further down the line, but it's a little heads up also for my subscribers. But next Tuesday, I will be attending Fozzy. The Fozzy concert is going to be right in Warrendale, PA, like right up the street from me up on Route 79 or I-79. Sorry, not Route 79, I-79 interstate. So I'll be doing that. So I will probably not be able to catch SmackDown right away. So I'll probably catch one of the highlights when I get home, and if I have time, do a late night review there. And then also, not definite, but there's going to be a week in April, probably the end of April, where my weekly reviews may be up in the air because I may be taking a trip out west to go visit my sister. So if I'm able to, you know, well, I'll probably be leaving on a Tuesday and coming back on like a Monday. So like if I'm going to be flying, then I'll probably won't be able to review those days. But if I have the time, since, you know, I'll still be back probably at her place while she's at work. She might take me to work once or twice. But I'll still try to do my reviews and catch up on the highlights when I have my time there as well. But that's just, just a heads up of just a few things that might be happening in April. But, still gonna be here, still doing these streams, still having a blast, cracking jokes with Robbie, Lauren, anybody else who appears in the slide chat, T and Couponer, Hassan, everybody. As always, I thank you again for your support on this channel. As always, I just do this for fun, but I just want to reach out, make friends with more people in the WWE universe as well, and just have a blast. So again, guys, we got through this review. I had a lot of fun. Let me see here. Let's see here. We got there. Let's see here. Gargano was lucky he didn't get run over by Ciampa. Yes. Oh my goodness. That promo he cut on another promo, that segment where he was waiting for Ciampa out in the parking lot. Oh my goodness. Like, they're going all out this feud. And also, like, the fact that Ciampa ran a stop sign also. I'm like, come on, Ciampa. Where's the police? That parking lot segment was great. No other match will top Gargano and Ciampa. Yes, definitely. That's the case for that. Let me see here. What's up, Alonzo Rogers? He said, Nakamura's facial expressions don't bother me that much. I feel he reminds me of how Eddie Guerrero was in the beginning, how everybody thought Eddie ways of talking mannerisms were weird. Then they got it. That is true. That's a good point to make. Definitely agree with that. Stakes and weights. Hashtag Lucha Things. Hashtag Robbie turns Bailey heel. Yes, I look forward to seeing that video as well. Alonzo also says, used to him eventually, it will be tough, but if Eddie did it, anyone can. That is true. I just see how, Nakamura was down on NXT, and then now, I don't know, just after, like how Jinder, or so I'm calling him now, he must not be named, made a mockery out of him in those facial expressions. It just definitely is a bad taste map. I definitely see the point you got there, Alonzo. Thank you for the stuff in the live chat. TN no-show couponer. Oh my goodness, Rob, you're taking shots at TN couponer. We're trying to set up a match between you two at WrestleMania. Boy, but yes, as always, also before I go off the air, since Robbie had the hashtag in there earlier, as always, hashtag please sign Robbie. My good friend Robbie Kenobi here, as always, is trying to make his way into the WWE to be a writer. He has a lot of great ideas. Check out his channel. Check out his videos for his idea for a possible, well, not gonna happen now, but a Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt double turn. He wants to do one on a Bailey heel turn again that he pitched to me. And then this week also he did a video. Well, over this weekend he did a video on a fantasy booking for a match between Triple H and Cedric Alexander. Hashtag game on or game over, guys. Please check those out. And anytime you watch any of Robbie's fantasy videos, please post to the Twitter and tag WWE, Triple H, and Vince McMahon in those posts as well, because we're going to work our asses off to get Robbie into writing for the WWE. Robbie, hey, Tia Couponer, do something. Tia Couponer's the Undertaker. Oh man, Robbie, I'm loving it. Oh man, and also Robbie, I was wanting to know how that podcast, well, the mock podcast thing where you're going to like you make a parody of the CM Punk podcast with us Horseman Brothers is going. I wanted to see if you had any update on that as well, because I definitely want to see how that turns out. But yeah, guys, again, I gave SmackDown Live tonight a C-. Made the right decision not attending live, but I will go to Extreme Rules when it comes back here in July. Again, Fozzy next week. I can't wait to see that. I was listening to Judas all day, and that's an awesome song. If you have not heard the song Judas by Fozzy, please check it out. It is an awesome song. Again, C- for SmackDown. Enjoyed Raw a heck of a lot better this week. So what thoughts would you give? Your thoughts on SmackDown Live? What do you all think of my idea of the Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon KO and Sami Zayn match being a tornado tag match? Let me know down in the comment section below what you thought of all of that. You're great. Would you like better? And let us please click that like and subscribe or content come to this channel, and follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirBoy93. And guys, with that, I'm going to check out. I'm going to just do a few odds and ends before I go to bed, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my live review of NXT. And until then, guys, I'm checking out. Until then, guys, have a great night.